Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Now, in today's video, I just wanted to show you guys what I do before every single time I'm gaming. So this is just to mainly maintain your PC's performance. Some of these settings actually help improving your PC's performance, which I do recommend because obviously I wouldn't be running them otherwise. And let's get right into it. So first, what I usually like to do is go to Windows, and I like to go open up settings, go to Windows Update and check for updates, because obviously latest security updates are more important. Then I go to gaming and then game mode. Then I usually make sure that this is on, and obviously make sure you've got hardware accelerated GPU scheduling on, because that is very important. A lot of this is already set to by default to high performance. A lot of the apps that aren't used will be power saving. Another thing that I like to do is open CMD, which is command prompt, run it as administrator, and then I like to type in SFC and then scan now, just to make sure there's no corrupt files. This will take a while, so you can't just leave that in the corner. Another thing you can do is also open up defrag and optimization and make sure that obviously these two are trimmed. If you don't get this, then that's fine. That you can just do the first one. You don't actually need to do this one, but I do it anyway. And then close that. I also like to go temporary files because I like to delete temporary files because they are absolute bloat. They just bloat up your hardware, and honestly, there's not actually much that you need doing. Like, as you can see, I've got a ton of bloatation there. It's not bloatation, it's just bloat. Recycling bin will be all the videos I've got, and there you go. So you literally just clear this up. Obviously, that'll just be doing that as well. I do like to do a DNS flush as well, but obviously I can't do that whilst that's just running. Another thing I do like to check before, like, yeah, so as you can see, nothing was used, so that's fine. You can do a IP config and then / DNS flush, which will flush your DNS. Pretty sure I did that wrong, didn't I? There you go. That's what I did wrong. So you're supposed to do flush DNS. I thought, and there you go. As you can see, that's fully flushed my DNS. If you go at the bottom left on Nvidia control panel, Nvidia, a lot of people call it different things, and then just scroll down all the way until you see PCI Express times 16 Gen 4. Now, if that is lower, you won't get the full performance. If that is at 16 Gen 4, obviously different motherboards will be compatible with different things. I'm obviously on a 3080, so that is the best for my system. If you guys want an in-depth tutorial on how to change this on the BIOS, I'm more than happy to do it. Just comment down below and I'll get to do that and doing that. Obviously that's everything up to date. Everything is good. I do also like to open up Nvidia app, which obviously then you can just check for driver updates. As you can see, I do actually have a driver update in that. Alright, so whilst I was actually editing this video, at the time I did actually realize I did have a Nvidia update, and I wanted to show you guys actually how you actually updated it and why you should update it this way. Because so obviously you should download it casually, normally as you should. Sometimes it'll download slower, sometimes it'll download faster, depends on your Wi-Fi speed. Obviously, as you can see, it downloaded pretty quick on mine. And once it's prepared packaging, you do just want to make sure that you do a clean, fresh install. So obviously you want to press yes, that's obviously just saying that, yeah. And you want to do custom installation, you want to do clean installation, you want to press continue. Now the reason for this is because a lot of drivers decide to blow up your hardware and build up on top. Now I know I said that, you know, cleaning up temporary files would help this, but a lot of the time it doesn't. So please make sure that you please install it clean, because otherwise you will find yourself in a bit of a mess, really. Your task manager, which is probably one of the first things you'll probably want to do. You want to check on how many processors you've got. So I've got actually quite a lot of processors, but obviously I'm running quite a lot of things that need to be run. And then I'm only on 16 gig, which is fine, works for now. I am on 3200 mega transfers. This is also megahertz. It's just the American version of megahertz. Another thing I'd like to check is temperature, make sure that's quite good, looking all healthy, which it is. And that is pretty much it. There is also, if you want to optimize your PC, there is this bit, which you can actually just hide all Microsoft services and then turn all these off. But obviously I need all these because it's for my mouse, Epic Games, Corsair, and if I'm correct, Vanguard, somewhere amongst the abyss. But Vanguard, yeah, there you go, Vanguard, which is Riot Games, and that says stopped, but it's actually running. It just doesn't run until obviously you're actually opened Valorant. Startup apps, you can obviously control this over at Task Manager, so make sure you disable quite a lot of these. If you've got Valorant, do not disable Vanguard because this will cause issues. Do not disable Riot Client because obviously that will cause issues. You can disable Evolve, but then if you've got overlay like Valorant Tracker, you might want to keep that on. And if you really use Edge, keep it on. If you don't use Edge, turn it off because there's no point. Teams, you can actually uninstall that if you don't use it. I personally don't use it. And there's a couple of things you can do, like mobile devices. Obviously, I've got my phone there, so I do use it. Phone link, I use it again. So don't, but do, if that makes sense. I'm going to disable that personally because I don't actually use it. And then, yeah, so we have got obviously that open, which is this. Which, if you click on processes and just press all process, click OK. Obviously, once you click OK, you'll have to restart your system, but that's fine. You want to cancel that, you want to come off of all this, and you should all be ready to go. Let me know if I've missed anything, but apart from that, see you in the next one.